Hi everyone, Eric Nelson here once again, and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. For today, I am back with another book review on Gabriel Schillman's Gabriel and the Woodlings. Now, let me begin by stating my opinion on the author, Gabriel Schillman. I think he is a very talented author. And no, I'm not just saying that because I am reviewing his book or to eat up time in my review. I really believe that, and here's why. These days, when video games, computer games, and 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 kids apps from the App Store are basically not only babysitting our own kids, but they're also taking over their childhood, and they're also, from what I've seen, they're being used as teaching tools in some schools and in some libraries even. Now, I think it's good to make it fun and entertaining, but I hope they're not using it to the extent of making it a lesson plan. I hope they're just using it as a simple tool. But anyway, the reason why I think that, the reason why I believe that Gabriel Schillman is a really good author, because with all of this video technology and all of these virtual entertainment for kids, Gabriel Schillman is able to bring old-fashioned children's entertainment, not not to life because it had existed before, but he's basically resurrecting it. And I actually have read a few children's books from authors who are also in that category of Gabriel Schillman. But what I really like about his story, Gabriel and the Woodlings, is that it's not just a kid's book, but he is advertising it as an entertaining as an entertaining bedtime story, or from my point of view, it's an adventurous one, and it actually centers around a young man who shares the author's name. Well, he actually shortens it to Gabe. Well, no, I mean his name on the author's name on the book cover is just Gabe, but the young man in the novel is actually named Gabriel, and he's basically the everyman, except he doesn't really he except it seems like he does not fit well in anywhere that he actually goes to, especially when he's with his own family, until he stumbles upon the Woodlings, who are basically a, just a very peaceful group of characters who like to live peacefully, except when they are face to face with their enemies called the forest grunts, and which basically their main mission is to simply destroy the Woodlings, rule over their land, and use their remains for food. Now, that may sound like a simple story. Well, what I left out is what you, the audience, should read for yourselves. And that is basically a lot of action, and a lot of humor as well. And with that being said, I sort of sensed like a Peter Pan-like story when I was reading this. Now, just picture this: Gabriel as Peter Pan, the Woodlings as the Lost Boys, and the Forest Grunts as the pirates. Now, is the result of Peter Pan the same result as Gabriel and the Woodlings? Well, that's one of the details that I'm leaving out so that you, the audience, could read for yourselves. And as I say many times, it is well worth the read, and I also think it is well worth reading to your children to bed. Because I know that video games can be entertaining, but we really, video games really don't do anything for our benefit academically, but reading does, and we need to make reading a priority again in our children's lives. So if you get this book, read it and read it to your kids. You'll witness a new story with some great traditional structure. And you can get this book anywhere, including Amazon, and I hope to see you all at the bookstore or the iBookstore.